Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Weekend Update, October 27th. It's our Halloween edition. So hopefully everybody's doing great, having a good fall. We got some unseasonably warm weather for this next couple days, which is great. I'm enjoying the beautiful weather outside. We enjoyed the beautiful weather last night. This is I know it says champion next to it, but we got a couple champions not named me. This is last night at Light Ridge. We had our daughter's first dad's field hockey game to end out the season, and you can see that Ava and Sophie next to me were in fact the champions. The girls won 4-3. Sophie's holding up the cup with pride there. Meredith was nice enough to put loser underneath my name, so that was great. If you notice, the sweat stain goes almost all the way to the bottom of my shirt, though. I really gave it my all. We did lose 4-3, like I said, but last year we lost 5-1, so we had them on the ropes today. It was a great time. My 8th grader Lily did the clock, and my 5th grader Molly, she probably actually stole the show. She was the announcer, and I might be replaced as the announcer because she did a fantastic job, was doing running commentary, and was at the same time giving play-by-play and cracking up the fans at the same time. So it was a great night, but a great memory there. So cool picture that I wanted to share with everybody on how I spent my Thursday night. And hopefully today muscles aren't going to be too sore from last night running around playing field hockey, but let's dive into the world of real estate here, our weekly snapshot. So first we got our DC metro area. So this is our whole DC metro area snapshot. So last week, some really encouraging stuff in here. Showings were down 2%, so that's not great, but that's not a big number. Purchase contracts up 8%. Awesome stuff last week. So up 8% in purchase contracts last week. Median days on contracts, but same about the same. The thing that's great to me is new listings, holding firm, up 1% from the week over week. This is either gone up or stayed pretty firm, which tells me, look, we're still going to have some good stuff coming in November, December. If we can keep those listings, the inventory coming out at the same rate, then we can keep, a somewhat healthy market like we have right now, which is good. So that's good. And only 7% off this time last year, which, is pretty good in the grand scheme of the world, depending on how much we're overall off this year compared to last year. So some positive signs, and that's our biggest market, that DC Metro. North Central Virginia, we had off 6% showings out of 4,000, so that's a little bit of a number. Purchase contracts down 10%, so about 35 less contracts this week than last week. Down 5% in listings. It's not a ton. It's about 17 listings on a smaller number like that, so not a huge deal, but obviously some we'll keep tracking. Our Baltimore metro region, including Hartford and Howard and Columbia and all those great places, down 3.7% in showings, so fairly flat. Our new purchase contracts down 8%, which is normal to the North Central. It's about the same thing in Virginia. And our listings down about 8%, which is roughly 50 listings less. So not a ton, but not ideal. Our last one here is our Maryland, West Virginia panhandle, which always seems to be doing great. Down 10% in showings. It's about 170 showings less than last week. But our contracts were actually up 3.5%, which is good news. And our listings were flat, almost exactly the same from last week to this week. So good stuff. It's crazy how the median list price can be 10% higher than the week before. So it can obviously get swayed by a few listings. But overall, really not that bad news. I mean, we're continuing to keep that listings in a good pace, which will keep our market at least at the kind of the same point we are transactionally, into the November, December market, which is good for all of us. We need those transactions, right? Our top performers, individuals in volume last week: Blake Herring, great job from the 1 Street team. Sarabjit Singh, Kyung Lee, Gray Mcbay, and Rex Thomas. Great job by you 5. Top 5 in transaction count for last week: Kyung Lee, Paul Almeida, Sarabjit Singh, Rex Thomas, and Mudaser Jaura. So great job. A couple new names in there too, which was great. Our top 5 teams in volume last week: the Shepherd Homes Group, the Redstone Group, the Carolyn Young team, the 1 Street Company, and Perfect Choice Real Estate. So good job by those top 5 teams in volume. Top 5 teams in transactions last week: the Carolyn Young team, number 1, the Redstone Group, Shepherd Homes Group, the 1 Street Company, and Perfect Choice Real Estate. So some rock star teams in there having good weeks last week. Some announcements and save the date. So on Wednesday, we were at Alexandria for a great HQDU. You can see some pictures and some highlights there. Great training all day. It's a beautiful room. We were 60, 70 people strong all day, so good stuff. Looks like they got me with my coffee and making pictures there. So I think that was old Lynn sneaking her camera in there. But a lot of our great trainers, great day of training, and a great day of community there in Alexandria. Coming up November 10th, you guys saw some of this on social media out there. We're doing a top producer takeover. We have now released the tickets for that. You can sign up on topproducertakeover.com. This is just a sampling of some of the great people we have. Ryan McLaughlin and Kristen Brindley are going to moderate some of our panels. Carrie Scholl, Eric Pearson, Nikki Lagoris, Jason and Carolyn and Casey from Samson, Jennifer Mack, Dustin Fox, Ryan Zook, Justin Levitch, the CEO of Arla. We've also got Kimber Menkidi, who's the CEO of KW Capital Properties. We've got Sean Reagan, we've got John Coleman, we've got several others, including myself. I'll be on that CEO panel to end the day with Eric Pearson, Justin Levitch, Kimber Menkidi, some CEOs from Keller Williams, Pearson Smith, and Arla and us to end the day. So awesome stuff. It's going to be a great day of education. Jason's going to teach a class. Dustin Fox is going to teach a class on ChatGPT and AI, and he's fantastic at it. So just going to be a great day. Breakfast, lunch, happy hour. Going to be good stuff. So looking forward to that day, November 10th. So circle that on your calendar if you can make it out. Space is limited, so get out there and get your tickets. We do have a set number of people that we're allowed in the building, obviously in the room. So get up there and sign up if you want to do it. Don't wait, because that last week you might get sold out, unfortunately. So if you're interested, get up there and sign up now. November 15th, so our super sales meeting for November will be in Lake Ridge area, right down the street from our office at the Old Hickory Golf Club. Great room that I've done a lot of lunch and learns in, so we're going to do our sales meeting there, and then we'll do our lunch and learn later that day. Just a reminder that you can get great recruiting rewards, $500, $2,500, $5,000, $10,000 for recruiting people to Samson Properties. Invite them to a lunch and learn, and you can get the credit. These are our upcoming lunch and learns. So November 1, next Wednesday, are going to be at Maggiano's in Chevy Chase. Maggiano's in Chevy Chase, great location. November 8th, we're going to be at Fredericksburg Country Club. November 15th, we're going to be at Old Hickory Golf Club after our sales meeting there. December 6th, we're going to be in Frederick, Maryland. Hopefully Dutchess and Daughter, but we haven't locked down a location yet. And then Thursday, December 14th, we're going to be in Richmond, Virginia as well. And some more information coming on the Richmond thing in the next couple weeks. So exciting lunch and learns for the next 5 or 6 weeks. We do take a break around that Thanksgiving time frame. So we get those last 2 weeks in November with no lunch and learns. Cardinal Title Group's doing some great education series. They've got SOAR, which is their education series going on. We've had a couple great meetings already. Next one is Tuesday, November 14th, so 2 weeks from now, or less than 2 weeks from now. You got 2 great classes: Navigating Buyer Agency in a Post-Commission Lawsuit World. Learn how to show your value to buyers and sellers and never worry about your compensation. Those are great tools and great classes and tips that I would want for my real estate business going forward. So I encourage you to jump in there. You can RSVP it looks like on Cardinal Title Group's website. It looks like cardinaltitlegroup.com/SOAR, or you can scan that QR code. Upcoming classes as well. We've referenced this a little bit, but HQ to use. We've got Silver Spring on Wednesday the 1st, and we've got Fredericksburg on Wednesday, November 8th. So both great locations coming up the next couple weeks. Then we take break for Thanksgiving and the Super Sales meeting. Pick it back up in December. We're going to do that. December 6th is going to be in our Frederick office. We were going to be in Columbia, but we moved that due to the Columbia office change. So December 6th, Frederick, Maryland. December 14th, Richmond, Virginia. So excited about those opportunities to engage and lock in and do great trainings and great community days. If we didn't get you on the schedule during these couple of months to end out November, December, and the end of the year, we'll start planning next year. And we've got a good chart. We're going to get to everybody, I promise, or most everybody. This is a sample lineup for those of you who haven't been doing HQ2U. Just great classes. I mean, we've got lead generation sources, Real Scout, Cardinal Title Group class. Last week we had a great session from Homes.com. Q&A with me and Sarah always right before lunch. Samson Plus coaching, geo farming, postcards to get listings with Heather, KV Corp present with Lynn. Just great stuff that you cannot walk away without tons of great tidbits to build your business. So awesome stuff. Remember, our free group coaching classes are continuing every Tuesday typically. Tuesday the 7th with Sam Hardiman, starting and building a real estate team. Tuesday the 14th with Deb Gorham, leveraging personal notes and holiday cards. Great for this time of year, and Deb is the best at that. Remember, we also have our weekly huddles with our coaching, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 a.m. Hop in on the link on the Nest. Great accountability, great conversations. Set goals and then circle back to see if you accomplish those goals. So speaking it out loud into existence can help make it happen. So we love that. Go to the Cardinal Nest, go to the Samson coaching page, Samson Plus for more information on all that stuff. Reminder, we've got the concierge services you can order right from the print center. We've got transaction coordinators, we've got marketing coordinators, we've got a la carte services. You need somebody, you want to do that postcard, but you're afraid to do it. First of all, get with Heather, she can teach you how. But if you just don't have no interest, then look, we'll pay somebody $25, we'll do that bad boy for you. So concierge services there for you to make your life easier. Leverage your time in the best way possible. Somebody asked me the other day, about Jason and his success and some things that I saw in his career from watching him. The one thing I think Jason figured out super early was, and that he verbalizes, is figure out what you're good at, what your superpower is, and lean into that. And the things that you are not good and don't make you money and you leverage your time in the best way, then find somebody else to fill that hole so that you can still get that stuff done. Focus on what your superpower is and lean into that. And you look at our top performers, that's what they do. The Caseys and the Jasons and the Carolyns of the world. Do what's great with what you do, and you're going to see that. Don't spend time in the mud, as Casey would always say. This is the mud. Get somebody to take care of the mud if that's not your super. And if it is your superpower, great. Then you got to partner with somebody that's good at the jet seam stuff or the connective stuff. But lean into that, and we can help be your people that help you through the mud with all your marketing and all your transaction stuff. KV Core and Chime on the road. Lori's taking her training on the road. Tuesday the 31st, we'll be in Tyson's on Halloween. Richmond on the November 14th. Lake Ridge on the 28th, and Bowie on December 12th. So all those are great opportunities to learn about KV Core and Chime and dig in with more details. Every Thursday, guys, Lynn does a Master Your Marketing class, and they're great topics, 12:30 to 1:30. Highly encourage you jumping in. Perfecting your tips for a buyer consultation, tips for seller consultations, leveraging the new newsletter, drive traffic to your website. Those are 4 great topics right there. Those are our next 4 classes on Thursday. So I would circle that on my calendar, do whatever I can to get into our great trainings. Somebody asked me, how do you dive in? How do you do? Well, start by getting into stuff. You're going to get ideas. You're going to get a game plan to what to do. Fourth quarter challenge, another great place to jump in. Over 180 agents so far. As Lynn said, double from last year, which is awesome. Get in there. It's going to give you daily activities to do. It's going to give you ways to earn points. And if you earn points, you're doing productive business stuff. A lot of us wake up in the morning, unless we have an appointment or something, well, what am I going to do with my day? We're going to give you that direction. We're going to give you that direction of don't just answer emails and flutter around and, have a goal, set some goals. So, you could have a good goal sheet of what things you want to do. Then all of a sudden you get to lunchtime, you've crushed so many things instead of just fluttering around in emails and poking around to different websites because we get distracted. Set goals, achieve goals. You will see the results, I promise. So fourth quarter challenge, dive into that. Doesn't matter that October's almost over. You can get in late. It's still some huge benefit to getting in there. Agent orientations, you can see those are all over our footprint, our great staff. We've got Winchester and Fairfax next week and Bowie next week. Then the following week, DC Noma, Columbia, McLean. Great opportunities and National Harbor and Chantilly. So we got 3 to 5 every week that you can hop into and get oriented with all the things we have. There's not a lunch and learn that goes by that I don't have Samson agents in that they don't walk up to me afterwards. They're like, I forgot I didn't know about all these things that you have to offer. Well, get into the orientation and get reminded of all the great things you can lock into. All right, day by day next week. Monday, 10 o'clock, daily huddles. Those are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mondays as well, KV Core. Build your social profile, connect to listing machine. KV Core, 12:30, Chime, 1 o'clock. Set up your profile. The first step is set up your profile and get connected. Then you can rock and roll from there. Tuesday, Lori will be KV Core and Chime on the road. She'll be in Tyson's. Sky Slope training on Tuesday afternoon. HQ2U, we're all going to be in the Silver Spring office. Beautiful office if you haven't been there. There is a parking garage in the building for those that don't know. Silver Spring, HQ2U all day. We also have the daily huddle, 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Info lunch with Fortress Foundation, one of our great vendors. You can go get some lunch Wednesday at the Lake Ridge office and get some training on what they do. Thursday, adding your contracts to KV Core and then adding your contacts to Chime. 10 o'clock, 10:30, both virtual classes with Lori. Thursday, your Master Your Marketing class with Lynn. 12:30, it's the buyer consultations next week. You can also pop in beforehand to do Q&A with Lynn if you have some questions. Friday morning, bright and early, have your coffee with Aladdin. 8:30, he's got his commercial real estate webinar. Link is on the Cardinal Nest. A Did You Know session. I love this. This is in the Frederick office with Lynn. 9:30 to 1 o'clock. Wow, that's a long class. Lynn's going to be doing all sorts of Did You Know. So this is a cool class. I don't even know all the details, but I know if Lynn's teaching it, it's called Did You Know? Sounds awesome. So I'm in Frederick office Friday, November 3rd. Look at the Cardinal Nest for more details on that. Contract addendum training every Friday. Next Friday at 10 o'clock will be the MR class. And then your daily huddles also Friday at 10 o'clock. Friday financing also 10 o'clock with First Heritage Mortgage and typically Jerry Berry. Skyslope Q&A, and then end the week on a bang every week. Friday, November 3rd, we've got our 2 o'clock class, print marketing with our great marketing coordinator, Heather. So go to the calendar, see all the classes out there. Guys, we have so many different ways that we can engage, not only in a fun communal way with all of these things, but in a build your business, set up the right tactics to give you great success, not only the rest of the fourth quarter, but setting up your business with the right methods and consistent tendencies that you want to do, the consistent tasks you're going to do every day to build your business out the right way. Look, maybe 2023 didn't go as well as you wanted. I get it. But you can either sit back and blame the market and say, well, the market, but you know what? There were still thousands and thousands of homes sold. So building the right things, connecting with your sphere of influence, figuring out what marketing or what procedures work for you every day to be successful is what you should be focused on right now. You'll start to see the results by the end of the year, but you'll really see the results next year with the relationships you make and the habits that you set for the rest of this year. So I encourage you to dive into all the great training we have, interact with us at HQ to use, dive in, and we'll continue to rock it together. So one last plea, guys, please use Cardinal Title Group whenever possible. I know transactions are down a little bit, times are tough, but we have great staff at Cardinal Title Group. Every transaction helps. So bring those deals to Cardinal Title Group. We will take great care of them. If we don't for some reason, you please let me know. But I don't get many people coming to me because we have an A+ title company that's here to serve and do a fantastic job. And that's the fuel to our ship, guys. We need every single one of those transactions at Cardinal to help pay for all of our beautiful offices and beautiful staff and trainings and products and all the things we give you while giving you 100% commission. So thanks for all your hard work. It's great seeing you all out in the field every day, every week. So hopefully we'll continue to see a bunch of you next week. And I will go get some ibuprofen and rest up for my field hockey game last night. So take care, everybody, and see you all next week.